Was good, fam? I missed y'all last week. I I apologize. The these seasonal changes messes with my allergies, and I I be down for the count. I I get migraines. I don't know how many of y'all. It seems like the older I get, the worse my allergy symptoms occur. I I don't know what it is, but welcome, welcome. If you are new here in the building, I am Texas Brown Sugar. I am a relationship coach, and you can reach me at texasbrownsugar.com. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter sometimes, and not really TikTok, but I be on there sometimes trying to see what's going on with my child. Yes, I have a haircut story. It be your own kids sometimes. Let me tell you. I just decided, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and cut all my hair off. So I'm like, ooh, can't wait to show my family. Yeah. Child. My oldest was like, that's ugly. What? Yeah, that don't look like you. You need to keep your long hair. Then my youngest follows up and was like, yeah, mama, And you know what? It might be better if you take your glasses off. I said, excuse me. I said, but your daddy love it. They was like, ew. And I'm thinking in my head, ew is how you got here. Anyway, like I said, it be your own family, your own kids. Yeah, they told me they did not like my cut. I was kind of hurt, but that's all right. Moving on. Today we got a lot to talk about. I'm trying to play catch up from last week, okay? But I'm going to introduce topics to y'all. And I want to create like sort of like some segments so we can get comfortable and get all up in and just chill. So this first segment, I call it the global tea spill. This is where we are going to pour the tea on trending topics worldwide, global. We're going to talk about it all. And today, oh y'all, um I just happened to roll up on one of these articles today. I thought it was I thought it was very interesting. So, let me take a look at now see if I can pull this up, y'all. Oh, but weaponized incompetence and why women are walking away. I I didn't even know this was a thing. But have y'all in a relationship, those who've been in a relationship, I'm pretty sure you heard this. Babe, I don't know how to do laundry. I can't cook like you do. Ooh, I know that one very well. I'm just not good with the kids. Does any of that sound familiar? Well, according to Business Insider, and let me share this with y'all. Um, they are saying this is what's called weaponized incompetence. I didn't even know that was such a thing. It's when one of the partners, in most cases that they've seen, it is the man, usually, who pretends that they cannot do basic life tasks. So the other person basically is carrying the entire load. Yes, I've seen this before, but I didn't really think it was like a thing. Apparently, according to the article, it's not always malicious, but it builds resentment in relationships. And I can see how that does. And according to the article, divorce attorneys are reporting that this is the top reason women are filing for divorce in 2025. Y'all, if this is the reason why we are getting divorced, whew, according to the article, it's saying that women are not tolerating being the wife, the mom, the maid, the chef, and the breadwinner. Y'all, we're gonna have to do a topic on that one. And hopefully, uh my male audience, because I know there's some of y'all out there. Salute to y'all. Thank y'all very much for showing up. Uh we needed to discuss this. But the article also goes on and says that financial independence is one of the main reasons why this has shifted the dynamic of divorce, because women aren't per se trapped in marriages where the household labor is, unequal like it used to be. The women were stay-at-home mothers. They didn't have uh any income coming in, so it was hard for them to leave a marriage. But now that's not the case. It also I, so reading this article, I'm like, love, if we keep going at this rate, love is not going to survive. It's not. And I get it. I understand that love is requires is action, and that your marriage is not going to survive when one person feels like they have to be the parent in the situation instead of a partner. Meaning, I have to tell you, hey, can you pay this bill before, the lights get shut off? Or, can we not put our clothes at the door? And I get it. We are not their husbands. And so we really, really, really need to start communicating with each other and understand what the expectations are. Relationships require shared effort. Point blank, period. Shared effort. If not, it's bound for failure. My whole thing, if you can run a fantasy football league, you can figure out a dishwasher. You can figure out a vacuum cleaner. In the chat, y'all, have you ever had to train your partner to stop playing dumb? Or were you one of the women who just kind of like let it slide? I don't know. Moving on to the next topic for our global tea spill. I did not realize this was a thing. I learn something new every day. And I swear there is a word for everything these days. When it used to just be we we doing whatever. Like we never put names to things. It just It just is what it was. So apparently, Cosmo did an article. It's called Monkey Barring. Have y'all heard that before? Well, apparently it is the new way of messy dating. Yeah. Monkey barring is hopping from one relationship to the next before you let go of the last one. Like you're swinging from vine to vine so that you are never alone. First of all, I feel a certain way about monkeys anyway. So I really those who have melanin understand that monkeys just they really don't bring up good memories. But anyway, I digress. So this is very toxic. There's so much to say about this. I might have to do a deeper dive and react to this as well. But this overlap, this dishonesty, because you're being dishonest to the person that you're about to swing from. Yeah, swing from. Uh and it leaves people blindsided. I so am like, yeah, this is messy. This is straight up messy. I get a lot of people are fearful of being alone and of codependency. And I've always said it and I'm going to say it again. When you leave one relationship, you need to be by yourself for a while to breathe, to sit down and identify what was it that I could have done better in that relationship? What were the red flags that I missed in that relationship? Let me pour into myself more to become a better girlfriend in order for me to become a better wife, a better spouse. I think that time in between is crucial to you developing into the woman, into the wife, into the mother that God has designed you to be. Now, the article goes on and says that people that are in these monkey barring cycles, they often repeat the same relationship mistakes because they never pause to heal. And that makes total sense. How can you sit there and go from one relationship to the other without understanding what happened for you to want to leave the relationship? And apparently this is trending. It's trending in the dating apps. And it's like it's always someone new in your DMs. So if this doesn't work out with this person, I got 5 other people in my DMs that I can swing the vine with. Monkey barring. I can't, y'all. I cannot. And sadly enough, social media makes it really easy to line up your next vine that you're going to swing on. And it's easy to do before you can even break off the first relationship. We as women, we as people, we crave connection. But I think we need a pause. Understand, why is it that you hate the vulnerability of singlehood? What is it that you feel like you can't be by yourself? Do life by yourself? I think that's the bigger question. And healing between relationships is essential. Point blank, period. If you are always monkey barring, you are not choosing a partner. It's like you are choosing a placeholder. Somebody to hold this place until I get tired of you, or you do something I don't like, or you weaponize incompetence, and it's time for me to move on. Maybe I'm wrong. Is this behavior messy, or is it strategic? I don't know. Y'all tell me. This is a mess. I can't. Yeah. So, I want y'all, remember I told y'all about last time, and I'm gonna share it with y'all again because I think it's crucial. I have a free gift, free 99 for you guys. It is my green and red flags every woman should know checklist. If you are trying to go from a situationship to a covenant, a covering, sis, you need this list like yesterday. I got the link in the show notes. You can scan this QR code, or right now head on over to texasbrownsugar.com/flags. It's there waiting for you guys. It's free, and utilize that checklist. And while we doing some housekeeping in here, if any of this is value driven, go ahead and hit that like button for me. If you feel like you need to subscribe so you don't miss out on this game that I'm sharing with y'all, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the follow button if you're on Facebook. And if you know there is somebody who can definitely benefit from this, go ahead and share with somebody else. Share the love. Don't be a hater. Share, share, share. All right, moving on. This viral video, and I'm calling this the Sis-uation, Sis-uata situation, Sis-uation. Y'all, y'all know what I mean. We gonna sit down and we are going to take a look at some of this tea. Um, I don't I don't understand people sometimes. And maybe because I am not in the dating world. I'm not younger, but I saw this video and I was very, it kind of upset me because I felt like it was deterring people from connecting, from marriage. And the young lady, I'll put her information in the description, show notes, so you can go check her out as well. But sis was raw, she was unfiltered, and she she's been married for 7 years to A good man. He's and she's gonna tell you all this. He's not a cheater. He's not abusive. He's no scrub. He's not a bum. He's a solid dude. That's it. She says that. But she says marriage still doesn't feel worth it. Those are her words, not mine. She also said that in marriage you lose yourself. That you never get a moment to yourself. And that even though she has a great man, she's sad. And that maybe marriage just is not for her. And at this point, I'm thinking that's her season. Now, she compared her marriage to a fairy tale, which I got like your marriage is not a fairy tale. And we had a discussion about this too. A couple weeks ago, where it's like people are preparing for the wedding, but not the marriage. That's how you end up in a situation like this young lady. And she's basically upset because she's saying that her marriage did not turn out like her dream. And even though she has what a lot of women are praying for, she says she is exhausted every day, sacrificing, of always having to consider someone else. Marriage is to be for is forever. You're always going to have to be considerate of someone else. Let's take a look at the young lady's video. And I feel bad because I really think like she should have had a big sister or auntie that she could talk to. This is why I'm here, y'all, to help y'all out. Because I don't want y'all to end up like this. Real talk.
It's not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. Every day you gotta deal with somebody. Is marriage even worth it? It's not. It's not. At some point, you're gonna realize that it's always best to just be alone. Because I've been married for about 7 years, and I don't even know if this is worth it. Like, and not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong, and that's the point. Like, I don't even know why I'm upset. I'm just, like, not thinking that I made the right decision. Like, and I have a good man. I do. And that's not the point. The point is, it's like, you really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality. You lose your sense of peace. And this could be even to a good man. Like, you're gonna lose something, and I don't think it's worth it. Like, at all. I've always had a dream of, like, getting out of my hometown, like, city, and moving on, like, moving forward. Like, life is supposed to be experience. Like, we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling and all that. And I do all of that. But at some point, like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like,
Okay. So, first of all, marriage is not magic. A ring is not going to solve your wanting to travel, your loneliness, your boredom, or your identity issues. It's not. If you go in expecting a fairy tale, you're going to wake up real, real quick. And unfortunately, this young lady is learning the hard way. Let's continue.
Always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, always,
Mhm.
it's always somebody else. You're never alone. Like, you never have a moment to yourself. You never can do that. And I don't know, like, and there's gonna be some bitches out there that say, like, oh no, you should not. No, like, be fucking weird and
Is she smoking, y'all? Po baby is having a rough day. Oh, okay. Yeah. Y'all, if you don't know who you are before marriage, you are going to feel like you disappeared in it. That's why there is a lot of prep work. And I wish somebody had shared this information with me. There's a lot of prep work that you have to do to prepare yourself for marriage. That's it. Just I say it all the time. Just like you go and you study to be a chemist, you go and you work, take CDL, train, take tests to be a truck driver or a bus driver. Why wouldn't you do the same when it comes to being a wife? When it comes to being a mother? Because you are going to be that for the rest of your natural life. You are only going to be a bus driver or a chemist for a season. That's it. And you putting in more work to become that than you are becoming a wife? Come on, y'all. Sis, you got to know who you are before you marry, or you are going to feel like this poor young lady and feel like she's disappeared.
a real ass couple. But I really want girls to know, like, even if it's absolutely worth it, I don't think it is. Even if you found the
Mm.
most perfect man, it's not worth it.
It's worth it for the right person. It is worth it. It really truly is. I wholeheartedly believe this young lady was not ready, was not prepared for this life, for this wife life. Marriage is amazing. It has its ups, it has its downs. He can be amazing and it still not feel right for you. In her case, and that's where it comes in knowing who you are, because we've had this discussion before, y'all. You can have the right man who does right by you, but y'all not compatible. Y'all not equally yoked. Your vision is not the same as his vision, and that's okay. That's okay. A good man doesn't always equal a good fit. I wish somebody had told her that. And you got to understand that compatibility is more than just being nice, more than kindness. We had a discussion. Check out the video I did, reaction video I did with Mel Moore. We talked about the fruit of the spirit. Kitty, Kitty summed it up really well. Does this man, does this spouse exude the fruit of the spirit? Marriage is about lifestyle, values, emotional needs. Marriage is work, y'all. It's not just romance. If you're not willing to put in the work, it's not time. It's not your time. It's not your time. Because you got to be considerate. You got to compromise and you have to be consistent. The consistency, that takes work. If you are not prepared, it will drain you. Like this is emotionally draining this young lady.
It's not like it's always gonna be best to just like be alone. And maybe that's why so many men tell older women they're gonna die alone and be so sad. I'm sad with a gray man. Like, maybe it's just like not my personality. And like, I know girls are out there and they're like dying for like a relationship like mine. Like, he takes care of me, but like, I'm sorry, you can't, like, I can't even really barely deal with myself and my own emotions. Imagine somebody that you know for such a short amount of time, because you're never gonna know that man like you think you do, and that's just.
And she's right about that. You're not going to know that person. Everybody has their seasons. They're gonna, but if you know how they can handle the storms, you know that this person has self-control. You know that this person is kind, gentle, has patience, perseveres, then you know you're going to be all right in this marriage, despite whatever challenges you guys might face. But you got to learn how to choose. I think, ladies, we are choosing. A lot of us are choosing the wrong one. And understand, your husband to be is not going to complete you. You need to walk in complete. And then choose somebody who's going to compliment you on this journey that y'all going on. Walk in complete and choose somebody who's going to compliment you on your journey.
Not in a negative way. Like, I just don't think marriage is for me. And I'm tired. I'm tired of it.
It ain't,
and I
boo.
don't know what else to do, because this is like imagine living a fairy tale and it's nothing like you imagine it. You're living your literal fairy tale and it's not what you want. It's not what you want. Even if you think that you want it, even if it's exactly what you dreamed of, it's still just, I don't know.
In the chat, y'all, do you believe marriage should cost you some individuality? Or should it allow you to keep every bit of yourself? Valid question. Let me know in the chat what y'all think. Moving on to the next topic. This, I'm mad we didn't talk about this last week, but it's good. It's still relevant because Halle done clap back with an Instagram story or on Instagram, social media. She didn't clap back, y'all. If you don't know, let me catch y'all up what the story is. David Justice, he is a Hall of Famer now, baseball player, opened up about his short-lived marriage with Halle Berry. I did not realize this, but they got married just 5 months after meeting each other. And he tells it that Halle actually proposed to him. Had no clue. He goes on in the video to say that he admits that he kind of said yes, even though his heart wasn't really fully in it. Because, I mean, who can say no to Halle Berry? Halle Berry, Halle Berry. I mean, what dude could say no? And he also admits that he did not end things the right way. And that the relationship, even though it started like most marriages, and this up and up, we on this honeymoon, and the honeymoon phase quickly dropped. Primarily because of the distance between the two. He was playing baseball and, she was traveling and out and about with her movie career. He also says that their mismatch expectations, where he wanted a more of a traditional wife and she just was not that. Her career didn't allow her to be. That also contributed to their divorce. The fact also that they were young, that they had some petty arguments, also contributed to their divorce. And because of this, David decided that he didn't see Halle as someone he wanted to build a family with. And he just straight up ended it. Cut, finito, adios. Like gone. He didn't even ease out of the relationship. He just walked away. There was no closure for the two. There was no conversation. Just gone. And I'm sure y'all can imagine that left Halle hurt, possibly bitter. And he says that is why he believes that his name kept being in her mouth for years after they were divorced. And because of these rumors and assumptions that were going on, David says that he was really truly unfairly tied to those rumors and accusations that he says were never true. So let's take a look and see what Mr. David Justice had to say.
But I don't know if my heart was really into it.
Right.
But I didn't want to make her feel bad and say no
In the moment,
you know, or like I was just in the moment. It caught me off guard. But I was like, cool, we getting along, we vibing. We only 5 months in, we still in the honeymoon state. But we spent a lot of time apart because she was doing movies in this country, that country. We probably could have made it if I knew about therapy. If we knew about therapy, we probably could have made it. We never.
Hey, at least he acknowledges like therapy works. He was young, he didn't realize like therapy was an option. And I'm sure at that time. Like with most African Americans, therapy was like a faux pas. Like you don't go to see a therapist. Your therapist is Jesus. And yes, Jesus can work it out. But you also need to put in some of the leg work. And that leg work can easily be a therapist. And again, he says he just said yes to her. Y'all, don't say yes when your heart says no. It's telling you no for a reason. And don't do it because you're afraid to disappoint somebody. Because all that's going to do is trap you in the wrong relationship.
Never had any major issues like that. It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her, my knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy. So in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean.
Traditional.
You know, and then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, you know.
And see, this is where the prep should have gone in himself, knowing what he wants, what he expected. Ladies, you need to know what you expect in a marriage. Are you expecting a traditional marriage? Are you expecting a modern marriage? Are you expecting to work after you have children, if you choose to have children? Like, these are conversations that need to be had pre-wedding. And again, he admitted therapy probably would have resolved a lot of the issues that were in the marriage, because you did do the prep work. A therapist prior to you getting married is crucial. You learn so much about somebody. You can go to your local church, and your pastor or the pastor at the local church would love to help you so you don't end up in a divorce. Let's talk.
Is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues. We never had any issues about other women, other men. I mean, like, I was never tripping when, well, I was tripping one time when she.
Oh, no.
So, y'all, like, I know there's been a lot of comments on social media about she didn't cook, she didn't clean. You know, women saying, well, why would you expect that? She's a movie star. She's not gonna cook and clean. Yes. Again, this is where your marriage prep comes in. This is where you go and you talk to your therapist and have these conversations ahead of time. And being in this honeymoon phase, yes, it's all lovely. You got butterflies in your stomach. But sis, that fades. Yes, it fades. You are not gonna have butterflies in your stomach all the time. Y'all gonna get into the real world, gonna show up. And yes, he admitted that he was immature. Emotional immaturity, it kills a lot of relationships because you have poor communication skills, because you don't know what or have discussed what your expectations are. You don't know your boundaries. Again, they should have sought counseling or a therapist. It could have easily been avoided. And he admits that. And he goes on in the video, and I'll put the link in the show notes, But he goes on to say that there was no closure, that he just kind of left the relationship. Fam, closure is necessary. It's necessary. We just talked about it earlier. This monkey barring, going from vine to vine. Ghosting a marriage, ghosting a relationship is not the move. It's not. It leaves scars. It leaves resentment. Can you truly understand what Halle must have been going through? There was no discussion, none whatsoever. So y'all know I like to take case studies. You need to check your motives. Use this example. Check your motives before you marry. Are you marrying for the right reason? Are you marrying because you're ready, or are you marrying because you are pressured? And look beyond that chemistry. Look beyond the butterflies in the stomach. We just vibe. Can this person parent? Can this person partner? Can this person problem solve? Ooh, that one. When y'all, because you're not always going to be on top in your relationships. When you have issues, can y'all come together and problem solve? Y'all. Y'all need to talk about expectations early. Early. That's what the counseling sessions are. Do it. Are you want traditional? Are you want modern? Hey, maybe you want a hybrid where it's a little traditional and a little modern. I love me a hybrid model. That's my go-to. But y'all need alignment. Y'all need to agree. And fam, let's normalize counseling, normalize therapy. Don't wait until the house is on fire before you call the fire department. And if you gotta end it, we talked about this 2 weeks ago. You don't always have to end on a sour note. You can end with integrity. You can end without the chaos, without the confusion. If it's not working out, that's cool. That's okay. Break up. But you need to break up with some compassion, not with some abandonment. Poor Halle. It was like he just left. He abandoned. And that's where the emotional intelligence comes in. Like, there was no compassion, it seemed. And maybe, he was more about dealing with his own feelings. I get that. But you're not in this by yourself. It takes two to tango. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all stopping in and sitting down and just talking with me. I love these discussions. In the chat, y'all, concerning this Halle Berry and David, would you propose to someone only after knowing them for 5 months? Would you really, truly accept a proposal that quick? Let me know in the chat. Thank y'all. I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a great, blessed week. Love y'all, fam. Bye.